For those of you that don't know, we are Project Search, and we're here today to tell you all about Project Search. If you're interested in coming to the program next year or the few years after, this might be really helpful information, especially as it comes from the intern themselves. So first, they're going to introduce themselves.
My name is Kaylee.
My name is Joey.
My name is Mia.
My name is Zion.
My name is Emma.
What is Project Search? Project Search is a program for students with disabilities, aged of 18 through 22. Interns complete 3 rotations at Wegmans. Project Search prepares interns for competitive employment in adulthood.
All right. Things you need to know about Project Search. What do you need to be an intern? Accept and apply feedback, independent and take responsibility, a positive mindset, take initiative, a good attendance and punctuality, problem-solving skills, good hygiene and dress appropriately, a good pace and on the job, appropriate behavior in the training room and on the job, teamwork and cooperation. How is it different from school? Focus is on work-based program, you work most of the day. You have to be more independent with less teachers. Dress code is important. And then work at Wegmans and in the training room. Part of the Wegmans team. And then communicating with different people, and they're very strict about phones.
What has been hard for interns? Knowing where products are in the store and communicating with customers, feeling stressed, taking feedback, advocating and asking for clarification, meeting new people and learning their names, high expectations, learning from your mistakes, lots of training, learning Wegmans procedures, following through with your goals. And what has been easy for interns is having a positive attitude, asking for help when you need it, meeting new people, some tasks depending on person or department, using the shuttle bus, having friendly and supportive staff at Wegmans, and using accommodations.
What has been positive about Project Search? Learning new work skills and being confident, communicating more with others, increasing job stamina, meeting new people. What has been negative about Project Search? Taking feedback, feeling stressed, overwhelmed with things going on in the store, remembering all the rules and expectations of the job, lots of physical work and at a fast pace, and amount of problem solving.
What does the day look like for interns? At 8 o'clock to 9:15, we arrive at our training room to work on skills. At 9:30 to 12, we go to each Wegman site. Lunch depends on our managers. After lunch, we get back to our internship. At 1:30, we go to our lockers and get our stuff. And at 1:35 to 2, we regroup and we talk about our day and our goals. And at 2 o'clock, we dismiss from each Wegmans.
What do you do in the training room? Work skills, Project Search curriculum, job explorations and development, breakfast club, quizzes for trainings, appointment meetings, evals and setting goals, and group speech.
What do you do at work? Pricing, cleaning tables, stocking shelves, conditioning, which is making sure the items are neat and easy for the customers to see, reshops, communicating and initiating, lots of customer service, time management, and reading UPC codes.
Now the interns will explain their past 2 rotations. Go ahead.
My first rotation was in the cafe department, and the task that I did was cleaning tables and doing reshops. And my second rotation was in home entertainment. My 2 tasks I learned was doing totes and using the pallet jacks while using totes, and doing that stuff kind of running.
My first rotation was in the frozen department at Eastway Wegmans. And the 2 things I did was stocking and then matching UPC codes from the item on the shelf. And my second rotation I did was dairy, which in dairy I did was stocking and matching UPC codes on their on that task as well. And then also, I would also use conditioned items as well. Oh, and then also currently at the moment, I'm working at Pittsford Wegmans in the grocery department right now. Thanks.
I got one question.
We're not quite finished yet. Is it okay if the intern's finished?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So my first rotation, I was in health and wellness, and 2 tasks that I did was wrapping pallets as well as using the department's phone to answer customer questions. And my second rotation was in grocery, and I've learned how to condition and put it away reshops.
My first rotation in the frozen department, Marketplace Wegmans, the 2 tasks that I did was restocking shelves and conditioning to make sure they look nice. And my second rotation was the meat department, where I weighed the meats and then checked the dates on them.
My first rotation was at home entertainment. One thing that I learned was sorting out gift cards, and my second thing I learned was repuffing the balloons. My second rotation was at the floral department. One thing that I learned was wrapping bouquets for customers, and the second thing I learned was doing flower arrangements for orders.
Any questions? Please feel free to ask our interns any questions, anything you want. Go ahead.
Who's the 5th person at the end there?
Oh, I think you know who that person is.
Nah, man, I don't know.
Jermaine, can you share a little bit about your experience at Project Search?
So I started at Project Search in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went through some trainings with Wendy and Ann.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to work in the maintenance department for how long did the rotations last there?
About 10 weeks.
About 10 weeks. I worked in the maintenance department for 10 weeks. I did taking out the trash, sweeping around the store, clean up spills, a number of different things in the maintenance department. And then my last rotation before I transitioned to over here was in the frozen department, which I stocked frozen foods, which was like Jimmy Dean sausages, breakfast sandwiches, and match codes to where they had to go and help out customers.
Mm-hmm. Have some of those skills helped you in Project Life at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, so skills that you learn are transferable, which means you can use them anywhere. Okay? Any questions for our interns about their experiences, the jobs that they're doing, what they're doing day to day? Go ahead, Jermaine.
What's new in Project Search? Anything new?
Well, what's new for you, Joey?
Well, new for me is I got a job at Wegmans, at the Pittsford Wegmans.
Congratulations.
I had to go through, a phone interview and an in-person interview after that.
And I'm sure you aced it.
Yes, I did.
About the rest of you guys?
Nothing new.
Nothing new, just second rotations
Yeah,
finished.
yeah.
And then we're going to find out this week about what?
Our third rotation,
Our third
Ooh, what y'all
rotations.
selected?
bakery.
Bakery. What about you, Mia?
Talk about your two, because you don't remember, you don't get your first choice, you don't get your second choice.
Bakery and floral department.
Bakery and floral.
I chose bakery and frozen.
Oh, okay.
I chose produce, grocery in the sub-department.
Oh, okay.
For me, I did health and wellness, bakery, and meals to go.
Okay. What about you, Joey? What's about you? What's the third you choose?
Well, before I got this job, I chose grocery, I chose pizza and prepared foods.
Ooh.
Go ahead,
You're
Melissa.
making me hungry, Joey.
I have a question. What is your favorite thing about working at Wegmans?
Meeting different people and working.
You can all answer.
Oh, my favorite thing about working at Wegmans is working as a team with employees.
How friendly everyone is.
Meeting your co-workers.
Having respect from your coworkers.
Make me proud.
Some of you mentioned different Wegmans. How many different Wegmans do you work at?
There's two different Wegmans, Marketplace Wegmans and Eastway.
Do you get to choose which one you go to?
No.
No.
Depends.
What about when you apply for a position? Did you get to choose which Wegmans you applied to?
Yeah.
No, that's a question
Oh.
for Joey.
Oops.
Because Joey's the only one that's applied, right?
Yes, you can apply which Wegmans you ever want to work at.
Listen to the question.
Well.
So maybe ask Sue.
So do you get to pick which Wegmans you want to work at when you apply? Do you apply to just one? Like, did you just apply to the Pittsburgh Wegmans, or do they tell you where you're going to work after you get the job?
They like tell you after where you.
No, that's not how it happens, right?
Well, I remember what happened was Amy reached out, kind of was the liaison, came
Right.
reach out to
What
you.
do they tell you?
They tell you what openings are there for Wegmans,
They ask you what position it is and
what positions open and store. What's
which
it?
store,
What store,
You
right.
don't get to choose at the end, right? You apply for the one that's available.
Right.
Which was at Pittsford.
Yep.
And that was a good choice for you.
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing at the Pittsburgh Wegmans? Did you say that?
Yeah. I said I was gonna be stocking
Oh,
and grocery.
Okay.
And what are the job tests are they doing?
That you're doing for Joey?
For Joey?
Can you say that again, please? Sorry. Please.
What are the job tests for?
Well, for grocery, I stock items. I would take my cardboard back to the baler. I would match the UPC codes on the shelf, which means matching the same numbers on the item that belongs on the shelf.
What else?
And then customer service is number one. Well, your customers always priority first, which is how I was able to get 4 customer compliment cards.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Is it always easy to work with the customers, or have you ever had a time that it was difficult to work with a customer?
I mean, I feel like for me, when I work with customers, I feel like they were all easy, the ones I worked with. But sometimes you might have difficult customers once in a while.
Somebody else can answer? Has anyone had an experience with a customer that's been tricky?
It's hard for me to customer service because I'm very shy.
I've helped a few customers, but it was hard to help them at first
Why is that?
because I didn't know what certain items they were looking for.
So what do we teach you to do?
Ask one of your coworkers to help, or use the Wegmans map.
But what else should you be doing?
Asking questions,
What kind of questions?
clarifying questions,
Yeah, but
open questions.
open-ended questions.
So even if you are shy, you might be able to do the search program?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Yes.
hard for you to talk to people at first?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're starting off, you don't know you first like, oh, how's this person gonna react? But then once you talk to them, then like not that bad.
So were you all feeling kind of nervous about customer service at first?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So I can think of a few students in here that might think that it would be hard to do customer service. And in some of our internships, customer service seems like the hardest part.
The more we tell them the more you do it, the more you get used to it.
Yeah.
And the easier it becomes. Any other questions?
Does everyone want to work at Wegmans when you're done? Joey, I know you were hired, right?
Yes.
You got your job, but what about the other interns? Is your goal Wegmans, or are there other places that you're going to apply when you're done with this program?
Mine's different.
Okay, what's your goal?
Working at a daycare.
How do you feel like your skills that you've been learning will help you at the daycare?
Good.
Are there any specific skills you're like, oh, I'm really glad I'll be able to take this to working in a daycare?
No.
So listen to the question, right? What are those transferable skills that you can bring to a daycare?
Talking to people.
Yeah, communication, right? What else?
Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork, right? So you just got to listen to the question first, right, before responding. What about you, Zion?
Also no. The place I'm thinking of is the marketplace in Hyannia Falls, because it's closer.
So it's retail, but smaller, right?
Yeah, but smaller.
Is that a grocery store?
Yeah,
I haven't been there before, sorry.
it's okay.
Sorry, me, I skipped you.
I am thinking about going to a company called Bristol. They make ID badges, so it's mostly manufacturing.
For me, I already have a job. I have a job at Old Navy in Henrietta, but I like to work somewhere in the floral, like around like a florist or something.
So Emma really realised that being in the floral department is really an area that she really, really enjoyed. So she's open to Wegmans, but she's also open to other florists as well.
And do you feel like the skills that you're learning at Search help you with your job at Old Navy too?
Yeah,
Which ones?
customer service.
If somebody was thinking of doing this program, what's like one piece of advice that you would give them?
So think about that first before you respond. So one piece of advice you would give somebody coming into Project Search, knowing what you know now. I'll start down the end. Emma?
Having a positive attitude.
Accepting lots of feedback.
Listening to the teachers.
Is it gonna come back to me?
Try your best.
Let me think. If you try new things on your own during a task.
Yeah, try new things, right? Nothing wrong with trying new things. Jermaine, I want to pass it up to you. Like, what would be a piece of advice? Because you've experienced it, right? And it just wasn't the right fit for you, and that's okay. But what would you say, a piece of advice for somebody that...
What I have to say is, no matter how difficult the task may be, or no matter your environment, always come with a positive mindset, because that positive mindset will serve you well in the long run.
That's one of your...
Read
colleagues now.
We're working on Jermaine's goals, right?
Yep.
We've got a plan.
Anyone else?
Is that you, holding the trash bin, or trash bag?
Yeah, trash bag.
That's what
What
he
are
was
these?
doing.
That's
Can
what I
you
was in the maintenance
describe
Girl,
department.
you look so different.
I
Sure.
know.
Oh, yeah.
So, Kenny, you're first. Oh, no, Joey, you're first. What's in that picture?
And-
What's in that picture there?
In that picture, that's me pulling my cardboard back to the back room to the baler. And I'm
What does
about
the baler do?
the baler crushes the cardboard once you put it all in there. And then I know after if you don't mind me explaining, after you take all the cardboard out, eventually someone would use like some items to take out all the cardboard from that green door.
So they wrap it up and then it's a bale, it drops out and then they put it onto the truck. It's a bale.
Right.
That's why it's called a baler. It makes it into bales, like big square cubes. Okay. Mia, what's in your picture?
I am wrapping pallets with basically saran wrap, but it's like industrial strength,
And why?
so that the totes won't move around when they're on the truck.
And what do you get to use after you wrap the totes?
A pallet jack to move the pallets.
So that right there is a pallet jack and Mia's been trained to use the pallet jack and put the totes on the truck, right?
You said you really enjoyed that, right?
Zion,
Yeah.
what about you?
I'm finna go into the freezer section to get one of the carts to restock in the freezer section.
And then Emma?
For me, I am restocking mini bags for customers.
At the where? Where were they placed?
By the self-checkout line.
So when you buy something, you can always get a bag or reusable flag. So Emma would restock those. And then Jermaine, what were you doing in there?
I was getting a bag prepped for the garbage can.
How cold is the freezer?
Very cold.
How would you do that? Yeah, both of you.
Both of them are cold. It's colder than dairy, I think.
Yeah.
Are you in there all day long?
No,
How do you deal with being cold?
not too well.
But what did we say? Dress for the what?
Just for the condition.
Yep.
Looks like you have some gloves on.
Yeah.
Does that help keep your hands warm?
Yes, it sure does.
little bit?
A little bit.
And so one thing that we've been working on in our internship is working more independently without our skills coaches. What does that look like for all of you? Like, do you just show up your first day and Wendy says bye, have a good internship?
No.
No, you still get some help in the beginning or all
Yeah.
the time?
In the beginning, you get like a lot of help, but then as the year goes on, they slowly like fade out just but they come and observe.
Who else is also there to help support?
Our job coaches.
Yep.
So you get a job coach from which adult agency?
Heritage.
Heritage.
Heritage. So the adult agency is partnered with us, and they provide the job coaching alongside us. But we provide some in the beginning, and then as well as the job coaches, and then the job coach. We will fade. The idea is to fade. We shouldn't be there the whole time, and then job coaches will also fade too. So how often? By the time we fade, how often do I come in and check on you guys?
Not that long.
Not that long.
Not that long,
No.
but then it comes but then who am I checking on?
Different.
Different people.
Different.
It's like every half hour, maybe. or-
Yeah, so you may be gone, you may be left alone for up to 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes if we're checking on other individuals.
Right.
Caleb said that sounds awesome.
It does, but,
Because then I don't have someone on my back 24.
Different.
but why do we fade? When do we decide to fade?
You can trust us.
You can trust us.
Trust that you are going to do the job.
Right.
Yes.
There have been a million times where we had like when you were out and I was like alone for a long time.
Right, because that's the expectation. If you are in this program, you should have the expectation that you are going to be left for periods of time, and we can trust you to do the job that you've
Right.
been asked to do.
So a lot of what we're doing with that is getting you ready for those next steps, like you see in search. I think you guys just did a marvelous job. Really.
Thank you.
That was a great presentation.